Hello, and welcome to tonight's production from Liberty Center Association for the Arts. Tonight, we're very excited to present to you the QuaranTEEN Experience. If you enjoy this show or you've enjoyed any of our previous shows, please consider making a donation to Liberty Center Association for the Arts. As I said, we're especially pleased to present tonight's show to you. Tonight's show is a devised performance done by students from the ages of 10 to 18. We began with a simple prompt. I'm a teen in quarantine and we were truly impressed by the pieces that our students brought to us, not only with their talent, but with the variety of projects. So tonight you'll get to see everything from original poetry and monologues to sketches, animations, videos, and even original musical compositions. So we hope you enjoy the show. We're teens in quarantine and.
Hi, I'm Abby B, and I'm here to answer your questions of how do teens feel about quarantine? Well, to answer your questions, us teenagers have made our own homemade art projects. First, my own comic, and to read it is my favorite person, Alli. Hello, I'm a teen in quarantine, and it's not too bad. I've been able to draw more. I've been able to catch up with all kinds of shows. I still can talk to all of my friends. I can stay up as long as I want. Yep, everything is great.
Quarantine. What does that mean? Well, it means many things to me. It means cancellations, being stuck at home, watching Netflix, powerful feelings, not seeing friends, and so much more. When I say cancellations, I don't just mean one or two. No, I mean literally everything. I used to be constantly busy with all the arts. You name it, I probably did it. And now I have all the time in the world with nothing to do. It all started off with just one cancellation. I was helping with auditions with some friends, and then someone from show choir came and told us that our last competition was canceled. I was so devastated over it, but little did I know it was just the beginning. Schools were canceling all around us, and my brother and I were hoping that our school would cancel for a bit as well. We got a call one night that we would be out for 2 weeks, and I was so happy and excited. I was going to watch Netflix. Life was going to be great. Then, about a week later, we got another call saying that we would be out for about another month. I started to get extremely impatient. Everyone was always saying, oh, the numbers will go down. And I would always say, it's really no big deal. When really, it was. A few weeks later, they decided to totally close down school, and I was so sad. I hated it so much. Of course, with school cancellations, that would mean school activities did too. That meant the spring play and choir concerts all canceled. I became so bored that I even started to enjoy cleaning. I know, crazy. I had to audition to be in Vocal Velocity online, which, by the way, was not fun. On top of that, my emotions were all over the place. Some days I would be extremely happy. Others, I would almost feel, depressed. The Liberty Center musical canceled not too long after school was canceled. Finally, it was summer, and pretty much nothing changed. Yeah, I turned 14. Every once in a while, I would see my friends, and I could finally go out to eat. Now, I will say, some good things did come out of this experience. For example, I've been visiting my grandparents a lot lately, and I've had so much time to watch lots of Netflix that I never had time before. I've even gained lots of theater knowledge from this experience. Now, on September 1st, I will finally be able to go back to school and be somewhat normal. To be honest, I don't really know what will happen next. I don't know if I'll be able to perform theater or show choir this year, or do any of the activities that I really love to do. But I sure do hope I get the chance and everyone stays safe. Being weird is the new normal.
What? Who are you? Why are you here? No, wait, I heard about you. You're not even in our country, let alone our state. Our country is too careful to let something like you in. This won't impact us in any way. There's no way they'll close anything. You're just something we're hearing about on the news. You'll be forgotten soon enough. Why are you still here? Why didn't you just go away? You were supposed to be gone by now. Don't you realize that you have canceled everything? I was supposed to have back-to-back performances for the next few months, and all of that canceled. They even have people guarding the ends of the toilet paper aisle. Like, are you kidding me? The toilet paper aisle. And is it too much to ask for a box of rice checks? People have been clearing the shelves because you have them terrified and hoarding food supplies. You're even killing and hurting so many people. Just go away. Okay, so I've been thinking about it. And what if we all just wear masks, wash our hands often, and social distance? Then everything can go back to normal. I can't take this anymore. I'm tired of being alone. I have even lost motivation to practice my violin. I used to love practicing, and now it feels like there's no point. There won't be any performances in the foreseeable future. I've lost hope and ambition and purpose. I'm done. I give up. Well, you know, I've still been able to take online violin lessons, and I've even been able to perform a couple times with people, socially distant and wearing masks, of course. And with how much extra time I've had, I've been able to start taking vocal lessons and get into theater. I never had the opportunity to act before now, but I've even been able to do quarantine theater performances through Zoom, as well as take many different classes in the arts. And without you, there are so many people that I would have never met. I've been able to spend so much time with my amazing dogs and cats, and that time has been so precious to me. It has been nice to have a break from the crazy schedule, but you've made me realize how much I really love the craziness and how I miss it, and I'll be so much more grateful to get back to a new normal. This whole thing has been so stressful, but even if you haven't gone away, I can still have hope.
Jackson, a singer, dancer, artist, and friend.
Hi, I'm a princess in quarantine, and this pandemic has been scary. There's no doubt about that. People getting sick, whole country shutting down, nobody knowing what to do. But I have a bit of a confession to make. I love quarantine, and it might be bad to say. I hope new normal's here to stay. I've watched TV, baked some bread, you can't imagine all I've read. Picked up hobbies I thought were dead, laughed at what my pet dragon said. I hope this makes you see, I've never felt so free, not able to leave my tower in quarantine. You still don't get it. Well, look at it this way. I don't have a lot to complain about. I have a TV, books, a laptop with a good internet connection. I mean, I've finally gotten a break from life. I'm not stressed or full of strife. Yeah, sure, I miss my friends, but I still wish this never ends. Not sure what message this sends. I'm just trying to look through a positive lens. I hope this makes you see, I've never felt so free, not able to leave my tower in quarantine.
Doesn't quite understand what you said.
bright whites, blind eyes, curtains open.
Emotions are so powerful. From the happiest emotions to the most depressing emotions. We all feel them, and they're all so important. It almost feels like when we're alone, our emotions are heightened and all over the place. Ever since quarantine started, I've been on a never-ending roller coaster ride. Some days I might be listening to music, dancing around, singing Hamilton music, loving my life. And then there's other days when I'm just sitting in my room, extremely bored, sad, and definitely feeling alone. There's really no way to control emotions. You just have to accept that they are there and staying a while and then going.
She found herself in her art.
There's always something to smile about.
"2020. I'm writing a poem that is for me, a perfect one with a pretty rhyme scheme. My language will be gorgeous, you'll see, but this isn't as easy as it seems. I already made a simple mistake, but slant rhyming exists for a purpose. These are sacrifices you have to make. Writing this poem's making me nervous. And what's happening now? The poem's losing its shape. I thought things were bad before, but apparently they can always get worse. How do I write a poem without structure? And where did it disappear to all of a sudden? Lines can now be long and complicated sentences with tons of words and syllables, or just a few, or even one word. I guess this isn't obvious if you aren't reading the poem. I don't know if this is even a poem anymore. What's a poem without rhyming? What's a poem without syllables and stanzas? At this point, I could be monologuing for all I know, but I don't know. I don't have a clue as to what I'm doing. I'm just trying to pick up the pieces of whatever this is and create. At this point, I think I've just reached a new level of meta that I might be stuck in for the rest of my life. I do kind of like the lack of structure. I'm beginning to enjoy the freedom. I don't need lavish language or arduous rhyme schemes to put my feelings into words. The only thing I need to do that is, well, me. This poem didn't lose its structure. It simply found a new one. And maybe the way it was found was a little abrupt, horrifying, chaotic, and I absolutely hated it, but that doesn't make it any less effective. A poem doesn't need to follow any specific rule to be a good poem. It just needs a good emotion.
Well, guess I'm doing this now.
Hello, audience. My name is Gracie Gunn, and today I would like to share some of my quarantine experience with you. Throughout quarantine, I've had a lot of free time, and with this free time, I've decided to hone my multitude of skills, one of which happens to be dance. I've been dancing since I was 2 years old, participating in jazz, hip-hop, tap, and various other forms of dance. The art of dance is one I know very well. I've slaved hours, though I haven't needed to, for this performance that I will now present to you on QuaranTEEN Experience. Thank you. Life goes on, just not mine.
You know the best thing about being an actor? The people. Having that connection with those people through something you work so hard for. The audience, and the talented actors you have a pleasure to be on stage with. But through quarantine and this pandemic, how do we get that feeling? The feeling of hugging your castmates after opening night saying, "We did it." The smell of popcorn as you come out and greet the audience. The emotional final bow. The sound of drills and banging boards as you strike the set. How do we feel that? Could we ever feel it again? They say it's only intermission, but what if we don't come back? What if the audience leaves during intermission? What if America is late for their cue? You know what? I was one of the lucky actors. I got to finish my show. I got to hug my castmates saying, "We did it." I got to hold hands with my castmates to have our final bow. I got to greet the audience and thank them for coming to the show. I got to strike the set I helped build. Some actors didn't get to do that. Some actors couldn't say goodbye to their castmates and crew members, including their director. But what about the actors that didn't get to perform or rehearse a show that they were excited about? They didn't get to feel any of it, just sadness. I'm slowly losing my motivation to do things because my motivation is the people. I haven't seen anyone in a while, but I have to push through to make it to Act 2, because you know what? It is coming, and it's going to be emotional, adventurous, and keep you on the edge of your seat. Man, will it be amazing.
That brings us to the end of our pieces for tonight. Our cast tonight consisted of Abby Bowlin, Alli Bowlin, Gracie Gunn, Wendy Kleintank, Charlotte Simon, Jackson Simon, Savannah Simon, and Lillibeth Sokolowski. If you enjoyed this production, once again, please consider making a donation to the Liberty Center Association for the Arts. Also, clear your calendar for our next performance, which will be on September 12th. It will be a junior theater performance, and it will be The Sequel. Feel free to join us for the talk back in just a few moments, and ask us any questions on the Facebook page that you'd like our young performers to answer.